Alright, for this morning, for today's video, I'll discuss yung very common na question. Ano ba? 8% ba? 3% ba? Ano bang kailangan kong tax rate na gamitin? Bagong online seller lang ako. Bagong businessman. So, very confusing, right? So, here's a very short video for you. We'll simplify. There are a lot of different taxes to be paid. But for business purposes, ito simplified muna. There are two types. We have what we call the income tax and the business tax. During your first 3 years of operations, sabihin natin, or during your operations, generally, if you're operating at a profit, of course, you have to pay tax. Diyan pumapasok yung tinatawag natin income tax. Okay? Pag may profit ka, you have to pay tax. Yun yung income tax. Pero, pag at a loss ka for the first 3 years of your operation, no need for you to pay tax. Kasi loss ka nga eh. But of course, hindi naman pwedeng forever kang loss. Hindi maniniwala sa atin ng BIR. On the 4th year, kay loss ka, you still have to pay. Okay, may tinatawag na MCIT, but that's a different discussion. But for purpose of our discussion, at least binigay ko yung high level. It does not mean if you're lost forever, hindi ka magbabayad. For the first 3 years, yes. Pero on the 4th year, may babayaran ka na. Diyan pumapasok yung tinatawag nilang minimum corporate income tax, okay? Or MCIT. So basically, babayaran mo, meron ka income tax, isipin mo yung konsepto na income tax, pag profit ka, you have to pay. Okay? Pag loss ka, first 3 years of your business, hindi ka magbabayad kasi loss ka nga eh. Pero on the 4th year, ibang storya na. Okay? That's income tax. Business tax, maraming business taxes. But we'll focus on very common. We have the percentage tax and the value-added tax. Yung percentage tax, 3% yan. Yung value-added tax naman, 12%, which is being passed on doon sa buyer. Okay, there's a separate video. I'll not dwell much on the value-added tax, but I'll dwell on the percentage tax because our topic is 8% versus 3%. Now, if you're a businessman, hindi mo nga alam, dito ka, syempre, ang dating sa'yo, ay maliit lang ang 3%, 3% lang babayaran ko. Pero, merong catch yon. Okay? So, I'll discuss that later. But we'll focus on 8% and 3%, ha? Sa 8%, I have here on my screen yung option A na 8% bundle rate. Okay. Una isipin mo, bakit 8%? Saan galing ang 8%? Okay. It could be when they are computing for the tax rates, if you will notice, here in the tax table, this is the updated tax table starting January 1st, 2023 sa train law. If you will notice here, the tax rates are divisible by 5. 15%, 20%, 25%, di ba? Now, we can deduce from here that yung income tax na galing sa 8% is, doon galing ang 5%. And remember, I told you ang percentage tax is 3%. So, pag in-add yan, 5 plus 3 is 8. So, ikaw, since ikaw ay isang businessman, your sales does not exceed 3 million, you can enjoy the 8%. Hindi mo gagamitin yung tax table na to, which is yung rate is a bit high. Diba? May 15%, may 20%. So, you can enjoy that 8%. However, tandaan nyo, when you exceed the 3 million, hindi ka na pwede mag-enjoy dyan. So, you have to go here sa graduated tax table. Now, going back, so yung tanong nga natin, saan galing yung 8%? It's a mix of income tax na pwede sabihin natin na 5%, kasi diba, if you were just going to observe, divisible by 5 siya, and 3% na percentage tax. So, essentially, fair businessman, 8%, na pertaining yan sa 8% bundle rate, you're paying both the income tax and percentage tax. So, you're taking na 8% na, okay? Paano mo kukumputin yan? If you have solely business lang yan, okay, you can still enjoy that 250 deduction. So, if your net sales is 1.2 million for annual projection, and then reduce it by 250,000, your taxable income is 950,000. 950,000, multiply that by 8% na tinatawag natin bundle rate. Okay. And then, what you're going to pay for the entire year is only 76,000. Ibang istorya if you are employed, if you have compensation income. Regardless of if your compensation income is even below 250,000, that you have to consider na tanggalin na yung 250 as a deduction. And that you'll be basing the 8% based on the net sales. So 1.2 million times 8%, that gives you 96,000. So that's how the 8% works. You're paying for the income tax, but you're not paying for business tax because naka-impute na doon yung percentage tax ng 3%. So when you prepare the tax form na tinatawag nating 1701Q, na fina-file siya, Q is quarterly, you will be using the tax rate of 8%. I have a separate video on how to do this. Okay? That's the 8%. Sa 8%, ano pa? There's no need for you to submit financial statements sa BIR. But of course, marami nagtatanong, 8% ako, meron ako mga resibo na hindi naman valid, sinulat lang sa papel, wala namang nakasulat na tin. If I were you, pwede ko pa rin siya ilista doon sa aking libro. Okay, sa cash disbursements. Bakit? Siyempre ako, I have to know, at the end of the day, am I making money? Am I profitable? O baka sayang lang yung oras ko? Ano yun? Bayad ako, pero at the end of the day, loss pala ako. Pero in terms of, if you're asking me, is it required to be submitted to the BIR? No. Kasi nag-opt ka na nga for 8%. What you need to submit and to comply is to file yung 1701Q mo quarterly, tsaka yung 1701A annually. Yun ang sasubmit mo kay BIR if you opt for 8%. Filing of your income tax returns quarterly, annually, and no filing of financial statements. That's it. Diba? That's for 8%. Now, let's go to 3%. Ano naman yung 3% na tinatawag? Ang 3%, yan sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, is yung percentage tax na rate. If you are a BMBE, diba, one of the benefits that the BMBE enterprise enjoy is hindi sila magbabayad ng income tax. Okay? So, kung hindi sila magbabayad ng income tax, ang BMBE kasi, once na nag-elect ka for a BMBE, automatic itemized deduction yan. Okay? Hindi na sila magbabayad ng income tax. Ito yung income tax na pag-usapan natin dito, yung graduated, Hindi na sila magbabayad ng income tax, but they still need to pay the 3% percentage tax na business tax. Ito yung sinasabi. Pero, ang catch dito, oo nga, nagbabayad ka ng 3%, pero at the end of the year, you still have to submit an annual income tax form. If nakasulat sa COR mo na may quarterly ka na, dapat hindi nakasulat yan kasi nga exempted ka. Pero nakasulat pa rin yan, then you can file, pero syempre exempted yan, but exempt, income tax exempt yan. You can just put here na, ang tax due mo dyan is 0. There's a way to know how to do it. Now, for option D na 3% ginawa mo, binayaran mo yan at the end of the year, required ka mag-submit ng income tax returns, annual, required ka mag-submit ng financial statements, especially kung, yun nga, in-off mo tong 3%. Okay? So, yun ang requirement for you. 3% ka nga, but you have to submit the financial statements. And financial statements is composed not just of numbers. May tinatawag yan notes to financial statements. May story ang bawat numero sa financials mo. And if maalam kang gumawa nun, that's good. Pero kung hindi, then you need to seek the help of an accountant on how to do it. Alright? A bit costly. Siyempre kasi financial statements yan eh. Hindi lang basta yung copy and paste. Unless meron ka talagang template and you can vouch for tama naman pagkasulat mo. Okay kung accountant ka, may background ka. Pero kung uncomfortable ka, then I suggest you have to seek an accountant and have it done on your behalf. Kasi BIR going to check your income tax returns annual sa financial statements na sinabit mo. So that's the difference. So it's up to you. If you offer 8%, wala ka naman tax financial statements na submit, pretty easy 8%, then go for it. Pero kung 3% ka, i-compare mo, ay, ang liit naman pala, sabihin mo, 36,000 versus 76. Oo, 36,000. Pero kung gagamit ka ng merong gagawa sa'yo ng financials mo, the cost could probably be 10 or something, then 46. Pero, dapat tama pa rin ang pagkagawa, Alam niyo yun? And this is open for review pag nag-submit ka sa BIR. Alright? So, I hope this clarifies na saan nanggagaling 8% na bundle rate at saka yung 3% na business tax. Okay? So, if you have clarifications, if you have comments, please put them down sa comment section and subscribe to my channel na Tax Really Matters. Alright? Thank you. See you in my next video.